What band is that? That band sounds familiar.
I don't know. Who was it?
I don't know. But you're talking to Randy Harris?
Talking sports.
Well, with Randy
me.
Harris.
With me. All right. So
Stab Zone coming out of the break.
before we move on, I was talking about the women portion. Roadhouse is being remade.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
I don't know
greatest actor of all time.
Patrick Swayze.
Oh, Conor McGregor.
Ronda Rousey was supposed to be that part.
What?
And that goes back the bad guy, the guy that Conor is going to play.
Can't have Ronda Rousey as. No.
I agree.
No.
For the same reason that I disagree with the Rhea Dominic thing, because she can't come in as a badass, as the trying to beat up the cooler in the bar, and then the Patrick Swayze character is going to punch her in the face.
Right.
Right. So it's going to be a problem. So that's why, in my opinion, they switched it to your hero in Conor McGregor.
I should play the bad
Last
guy.
night, just shut up. Last night on Dana White's Contender Series, Bo Nickal.
Bo Nickal. I like the name. I like the name. It's got a catchy name.
He is
B-O-W?
He is I believe, 3-time NCAA champion.
Okay.
From Penn State.
Oh, that's a stellar program.
Dominant.
Like Penn State puts out like wrestlers like a factory.
And he's the factory.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So we had him on at International Fight Week, which I think has been reposted, and it's on the YouTube channel at Knockout Space Radio. Victorious last night. He's now 2-0, managed by Malky.
Okay. First round.
And Abe, first round.
Did
not get a contract.
Oh, okay.
So Dana gave Fighter 2, Fighter 3, and Fighter 4 a contract. Did not give Bo Nickal a contract. Said that they're going to bring him back for one more contender fight.
Really?
I want your opinion. Well, I did want your opinion. You didn't see it, so you probably don't have an opinion. I don't think that there's any chance, because of first round, of him going to another organization. You want to go to the biggest, the best, whatever. Now, the people that are up in arms, who has he fought? He's 2-0.
Right.
His first fight lasted like 9 seconds. I think it was 30. Last night it was like 12 seconds, which was really probably just over a minute.
Right.
Do you bring him in? Do you do another one of these?
I mean, it could be one of those things like, first round draft picks in the NFL. I mean, like, you don't want to, if you got a star blue chip player, if you're being managed by first round already, like, they might already have something structured that we don't know about, that's not released yet. Like, there might be a bigger contract or bigger opportunity to jump into the UFC that he couldn't give a contract on the Contender Series because it's just not in the parameters of the show.
Again, we don't know how all that works. I would think Dana can give any kind of contract he wants to.
Yeah, I'm sure he could, but I mean, then it goes through legal, and he's got issues. You got to explain, and you got to worry about favoritism and.
Speaking of issues, Bo should really watch what he's saying.
What is Bo saying?
Well, he's already claiming that he's the best. He's already claiming that nobody can touch him.
Well, you gotta
in his wrestling, I bet you there is nobody that can out wrestle him. There's a big difference between wrestling and jiu-jitsu, and there's a big difference between him standing up against maybe Israel.
Well, I think he hasn't been tested, obviously, so we don't know. You got to have your own confidence, your own internal confidence.
I get it.
Get into the sport. And since you brought up the jiu-jitsu and you talk about the greatest, maybe one of the legends of all time, did you hear about Leandro, the Brazilian jiu-jitsu 8-time world champion who was executed by a police officer in Sao Paulo this week? So it goes along with the whole, if you are big and bad and present yourself as being this tough guy.
Guns don't care.
There's a lot of tough guys in the cemeteries.
Well, yeah, and that's, everybody's always said that about, I know jiu-jitsu. Well, jiu-jitsu is not going to stop a bullet.
That's true.
I don't care how many kung fu Bruce Lees you do.
That's a different sport.
I understand that. It's not a different sport. It's street.
Yeah, well, that's true.
That's the sport of street.
But he was Wing Chun and
Wang Tung, isn't that a band or something?
Wang Tung is the
it's
city.
It's a yellow shirt with a weird.
Yes, it's from the city of Wang Tung. Everybody Wang Tung to me.
Exactly.
But it shows you that you have to have this confidence. You have to be outward. Conor McGregor, you have to be this bigger than life personality. But in the real world, one person, one guy who's jealous of your success, your fame, your talk, can actually lead to the end of your life, and that's tragic.
All right, before I forget, I don't know what you have on the TV right now, what channel that is.
Oh, it's like Sandlot.
It very well could be.
Or Big Bad News Bears, or one of those like kid.
Tell me if I'm wrong. And I told the guy on the Book of Face, I believe it was in an autograph chat room, the guy's name is, and I think that's him right there, Thomas Ian Nichols.
Okay.
I believe he's the guy that became like either the pitcher of the Cubs as like a 12-year-old.
That's in the Sandlot movie?
Is that Sandlot?
I think so.
No, I think that's a different movie.
Is it?
I think he's in Sandlot as well.
Is he related to Bo Nickal?
So he's at an autograph signing.
Okay.
Okay, and he's signing, and I don't know if this must not have been the paid portion. Okay. So a guy went up and got an autograph from him. Then later, he went back up to him to thank him for being cool, down to earth, and whatever.
He's an actor.
The actor.
So what's he autographing? A movie ticket or baseball?
I don't know. It doesn't matter what.
You know, it does matter because we talked about it earlier. You got the memorabilia that you actually
For
signed.
the sake of this story, it doesn't matter.
Fine.
Okay? So the actor, whoever Thomas Ian Nichols is,
Bo's cousin.
thanked him for coming back and then says, would you like me to sign something else?
Okay.
Okay? The commoner says, no, I just came to thank you. Allegedly, and he supported this, allegedly, the actor then said, that's good because these leeches that come out of nowhere to come get autographs really tick me off.
Oh, see, why did that have to be mean to you? You're my man. I wouldn't let that happen if I was there.
are you talking
I would have protected you. But nobody calls you a leech. Gets away with it in my house. I'm sorry, buddy. I wasn't there to save you.
I'm sorry that you're even in the chair across from me. My thing is, you offered to sign another autograph, and then you rip people that are coming to get your autograph.
He's not a real baseball player. He's an actor. Maybe he's just pretending to be a douche.
You may not make it to the next hour.
Oh, why? Because of a story about some guy that played a role that, but I just want to know what he's going to autograph.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Why does it matter?
If you're an actor, if you're portraying a movie, like, is it a prop of what you? I mean, it's got to be a baseball or a Cub hat.
Okay, say it's a baseball. If that's going to make you happy,
I'm just curious.
it's a baseball.
Okay.
What difference does it make? The guy said, "No, I'm cool. I just came to thank you."
How many times do you get mad at me for holding up a fist in a photo because I'm not an actual fighter? Like, I'm not representing the right brand. Like, he's not a real baseball player. He can't sign a real baseball.
That's not true. If you want to go down that stupid rabbit hole, then you would say maybe don't sign the sweet spot, because the sweet spot is
What's
always.
a sweet spot?
You are an idiot.
No,
Let's
what-
go hit a quick break.
what's a sweet spot?
And I will be back with a new co-host when we return.
I don't know
This
what
is
a sweet
Knockout
spot is.
Radio, brought to you by
What's a
8 Man
sweet spot?
Strong and Step Zone. I'll be right back.